An ice hockey player in Sweden was facing sexual assault charges after 2 women alleged that he groped their breasts. However, the player has been cleared because it turns out that the women happen to have large breasts, and he didn't mean to do it. It's just that their boobs were so big that he had to touch them. So let me give you the details on that. And this is according to the investigator in the case. He said the following. With regard to the sexual molestation, they, meaning the 2 women, were standing at a bar table, and then he comes along drunk and drapes his arms around both of them from behind, and then he happens to touch one of their breasts. And it should be noted that they had gigantic breasts. It wasn't hard to brush up against them. If you're drunk and drape yourself over someone, well, you can understand how it might have happened. Okay, so, I mean, look. You keep saying that he's drunk, like as if that's an excuse. Like, can you imagine if that was like the defense when anyone acts poorly? Like, oh, come on, yeah, I crashed into your car, but I was drunk. Of course that's gonna happen when I'm drunk. You gotta give me a pass. But then also, like, really, you're gonna humiliate these women by talking about the size of their breasts during the investigation?
No, I thought in the beginning that it had to be his defense lawyer. I had to reread it twice.
Yeah.
I even went back at the end of the article like, wait, no, really? A third time? It was the investigator. He's like, I mean, come on, their tits were so big. What are you going to do, not touch them? No, don't say that. That's insane if you're the investigator.
Yeah.
So, but it did make me think of an inappropriate question. So, Anna, what do you think is one worse or not worse? Does it not matter at all if somebody, like in a situation like this at a bar, grabs your ass or your breasts? Like, so because I asked that because as a guy, it seems like this situation seems so much worse because, like, really, you're gonna go for the breast? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, either way, it's sexual assault. Don't do it. Oh, yada yada yada. But I wonder. But it made me wonder from a female perspective. Does it make any difference?
I guess it makes a slight difference. And you know, to be clear, there were 2 separate occasions where I was touched. My ass was grabbed, where I didn't want it and I felt violated. And, you know, in one of the occasions, as some of you guys already know, I beat the shit out of the guy who did it, right? In the other occasion, I didn't. But I will say this, it makes you feel super violated. So for anyone who's like, you know, the breasts are way worse than your ass, it's when you're violated, when you're touched, when you don't want to be touched, you feel horrible. With that said, though, if I were to think about, if I had to choose one, I have to either flash my breasts or flash my butt, right? It would be my butt. Like, your boobs are definitely more personal. You know what like, there's something about that.
Yeah.
Is that a weird way of explaining it, by the way?
I think so. I think that was slightly weird, but I get it. So, because it seems like it's a bigger breach of etiquette, and the guy's basically saying, like, I don't care at all what you think. I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want. Whereas, like, the ass grab, like, theoretically, you know, guys, they may make excuses. Oh, no, I wasn't, whatever. When you go for the breast, there's no excuses.
It's really hard to, like, play that off and make it seem like it was an accident.
Right, so that's why the investigator in Sweden is saying, like, oh, what's the big deal? Come on, they were gigantic. Of course he had to touch. It's like, what? Like, that would, I'm incredulous if he made that defense, let alone the guy who's supposed to be investigating him. But, and so some people, you know, you told that story before about how the guy grabbed you and then you kicked him off the bike and stuff.
Yeah, I kicked him off the bike when he came back for seconds.
That's right.
Yeah.
Those are the same guys who will be like, yeah, self-defense. But when you do it, they'll be like, oh,
I know,
yeah.
They cry about it.
I know.
Yeah. I would fucking do it again in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
Came back for seconds while I was by myself at a park. So
yeah, that's nuts. Okay.
Yeah.
So don't do either. It's a terrible idea. And by the way, it could have severe legal consequences.
Yes.
Unless apparently you're in Sweden.
Members get the full 2-hour show commercial-free and our post-game show in addition to a lot of awesome members-only content. If you want to become a member, go to tytnetwork.com/join.